Welcome to Conversations for Change, the podcast aimed at discussing and exploring issues regarding the people of African origin. That's what I like to call them. We know discussing issues regarding us, people from Africa, the Caribbean, and we know it still looks like we live in the foreign land, even when we are called citizens. But the truth is, we are treated differently. So we are here at the Blue Rock Cafe. The food is nice. Everybody here is fed properly. So now, on the table here, I have Garnet Jones and Justin Opara. I don't know whether I'm pronouncing your name properly. Then I've got Suleiman Aswad. And then Lady C. We call her Lady C. She's been here when we are trying to do all these kind of things. She's always punctual. And we have got Nathan Maitland. As a person who came to England, I was never born here. So I'm also learning from you guys. I'm always trying to explore your progress and the challenges that you have gone through. So I'm always asking this question, and this is where we're really going to dwell. So my question is, the people from Africa and the Caribbean, where are we now? When I say where are we now, I'm speaking in terms of our progress. How far have we come? You guys probably your second generation or first generation. I know Lady C is first generation. Yes. So how far have we come and where are we going? And how are we going to combat the challenges we are facing? So I'm going to start with Garnet Jones to tell us what he thinks.
Thank you, Joseph. What do I think? It's funny, this is the first time someone's asked me in a long time and actually want to hear what I think, because normally I'm dealing with details from the ground upwards. And where I'm coming from is youth clubs, schools that had after-school programs. There was always somewhere where families knew you were, except for the ones and twos, which is very rare. But everyone was in a group, not a gang. That group meant if you didn't see your friend, you'd go to the house or you'd phone somewhere and find out what happened to them.
Lady C, what do you think?
What do I think? Well, I agree with most of what Garnet has just stated, because I've been here since 1965, and there is not much changes. It's the worst I've seen Britain, where our young people have nothing. What I used to do, I used to make sure I set up youth club twice a week, because I've got 3 male offspring. Clem is the oldest, but I had Nathan and Jordan, who was very young. So to keep them out of the hands of the boys in blue, I started a youth club. I would go around with a 16-seater minibus to collect them, take them to the centres, and then take them back home.
Let it pass on the microphone to Justin. Yeah. So what is your take on this?
Well, my take is that,
Yeah.
I mean, in the 1970s, like you're saying, we had things like Frontline.
Yeah. Bring the microphone
We
a
had
bit
things
closer.
like Frontline,
Yeah.
where a lot of our people would gather on the main roads because we didn't have any outlets like social centres.
Yeah.
The Greeks had the social
Keep
centres.
the microphone to
The
you.
Greeks had the social centres.
Yeah.
The Italians had the social
Keep
centres.
the microphone. Yeah.
Social centres, but we didn't.
Yeah.
When we came over, we was literally cast out onto the roads. So then we had the idea of doing what we call shebeen. A shebeen, which allowed us to still interact with each other but make money, well, at the same time. So we was initially were the first people that kind of created the nightlife club scene before it became popular.
Okay.
I'm just here to help people move on
Yeah.
Maybe that's something we need to introduce to our
Yeah.
younger.
So bring the microphone closer to you. So
Like I said, them current situations.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you for helping me think
Yeah.
about it.
yeah,
But we need to improve the way the young ones deal with their communities around them.
yeah.
So instead of them always wanting to ramp around and brock something, it's in their mind to find something that they can help.
Spring, thank you. So, you are an African because you turned up 2 hours late.
Yeah. Okay, I like that.
Right, yeah. So now, Spring, where is the progress that we have made? Are we progressing or we are actually walking backwards? We as African people and Caribbean people. And you could also tell us if we are progressing, give us the reasons, and if we are not progressing, say why.
I think that's a very interesting question. But it would mean that I'll have to do a bit more research myself. But I'm going to say that when we look at the people that came here in the 60s and 70s, some of them did set up businesses, and some of those business did, they had shops. And we heard about Dyke and Dryden and the success. There were a few successes out there, and without no help from no banking system or whatever, that was the unity that was there. I just think that as we move on, let's say in the 80s, there was a time where a lot of the youths, we never had no jobs. There wasn't a lot of opportunities for us, and opportunities were only made after certain uprisings and things that were happening in the community where we've had enough. Yeah.
We will come back again. So let us go to Suleiman. Yes, Suleiman, I can see you've got so much experience from your appearance.
From my experience, yeah.
Yeah. Now, Suleiman, Spring has just said something that now let me augment this question again. So why do you think that the solidarity that existed in the 70s is no longer there?
All right. Well, I believe that basically in the 70s, our parents came over. It was a set plan. It's a slavery plan because from one plantation to the next was to come to England, and they saw here paved with gold, right? To obviously develop themselves. But in that state of mind, obviously they were becoming to have kids. Now, there was social engineering being conducted upstairs. Now, how are we going to control that next generation into slavery? So they had to introduce certain things ahead. So, for instance, when we were growing up, as we know, we had youth clubs and we had places to go. And, we always had something to do.
I just want to pass a microphone quickly, just 1 minute to sum up what do we need to do to move forward. I'm still saying that. Spring.
I'm going to say action. We need more action.
No talking. Sleman.
Yeah, I totally agree. We need more action. We need to stick together on various points. And I'm sure that the more of us who do get involved in this meetup, eventually we'll have the right teams to come together.
Justin.
In short, using, again, digital media to get our point across because it's the younger generation, and that's the best way moving forward.
The fact that we all have different skills and abilities and we've got different experiences, even if they're similar, the fact that we're around this table and we're with a group called Unity Trust, we're learning again, almost, to trust each other and to unify and use all the skills and abilities everyone's got. But we have to have a blue plan.
Well, we have to be one. Yeah, we have to stick together as one. No more talking, more action.
So you keep the microphone. I will reserve 1 more minute for you. Why can't we elect our own minister for women? Because you should actually galvanize women, put them together, let them come and discuss. What do you think about that?
Well, that's not a problem if we can get all the ladies. I have not been really scouting for ladies to come on board, but I will do that. I have got some sitting in the background, so I'll bring them on board.
Okay, fantastic. The sportsman.
Okay. One of the things we need to do is remove the geographical barriers that separate us, whether they be from different parts of Africa or different islands in the Caribbean. And the second thing that we need to do is we need to, as I said before, about being are you an Englishman? Are you coming under the Union Jack? Or are you a Pan-African who happens to reside in the UK with a Pan-African goal? So you have to make that decision.
Yes, I. Blessings. The changes we need to go forward, we have to re-educate ourselves. We got to link up with Africa, the real way, so that we can go forward. There's no other way.
Thank you, Nathan.
But we just need to start planning our task. And when we have that task we want to complete, we'll know what we have to find to help us complete those moments.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So, and that is all for this podcast. There is more to come. Each one of us here has got a task to spread the word. So thank you very much again. And we are very grateful again to Blue Rock Cafe. Come and have some food. Very tasty food. Thank you.